I'm Chris Berman. Got a lot of games to cover. Let's get at it. In our first game this week, we had the Colts squeeze out a 4-point victory. We had a big injury in this one, and Trey has the lowdown for us. Trey?
All right, Chris, thanks. Luckily, we had a relatively injury-free week, which makes my job just that much easier. Mike Doss might be the biggest loss on this list. A broken elbow is the culprit. He's out for the rest of the season. So that'll do it for now. Chris, let's send it back to you.
The Cardinals won this contest, but will stay at the second place in the NFC West. Warren Sapp played well despite the loss and showed us why he's ranked up at the top of the league. In a long-standing AFC rivalry, we had the Broncos pick up their 8th win of the year. Julius Jones pulled down 100-plus receiving yards and helped his Cowboys beat the Steelers. In the city by the bay, San Francisco, we had the 49ers come away with a 7-point win. Redskins, Eagles. Donovan McNabb
is at the opponent's 29-yard line. He swings out as a safety valve. Look at him do this. The defense never saw him. Touchdown.
The Eagles win this one by the final score of 24-6. We had an interesting free agency pickup of note here. Trey's got the lowdown for us. Trey?
Wells is on the move as he gets a contract for what can only be referred to as crazy money. 4 years, $4.2 million.
Down in Nashville, we had the Titans end up with an 8-point victory. The Vikings defense held their opponents to under 100 rushing yards in their win at the HHH Metrodome. The Giants won on the road and will have to travel again next week when they meet the Redskins. The Panthers lost this one, but will stay at number 1 in the NFC South. Bills, Browns. Quincy Morgan is so dangerous inside the red zone. And call signals at the 5, and there it is, a quick post, a slant touchdown. The Browns win this one by the final score of 30-7. Ty Streets had a stellar game, but all said and done, his performance wasn't enough to lift his team to a victory. In a long-standing AFC rivalry, we had the Patriots pick up their 13th win of the season. Singleton had over 50 yards receiving and helped his Buccaneers beat the Saints. And last but not least, we had the Packers come away victorious.
All right, Boomer, thanks. Just 2 weeks to go until the playoffs arrive, and just as we do every year, we're looking at a number of interesting races as teams jockey for position. We'll start it out in the AFC. Meanwhile, let's take a look at how things stand over in the NFC. So that's how things shape up. Still plenty of intriguing matchups upcoming as we get closer and closer to January. And that'll do it from here. Chris, let's send it back over to you.
So with just 2 weeks to go now, still plenty to be decided before January rolls around. But first, my primetime players' game balls go out to these men, each helping their team down the stretch. That'll do it, sports fans. I'm Chris Berman, and thanks so much for joining us here in the Bristol studios. We'll see you next week right here on ESPN, the worldwide leader in sports.